G'day everybody, it's Seth Vinree, the Catastrophic Level Events here. Beautiful Saturday night. How are you all? Are you doing okay? Hope everyone's had a great week. This week has been quite the trial. We've had a lot of news, we've had a lot of things, and we are just wondering how everyone has been going for this whole week. We have just, it's just been so much. We've had so much news for quite some time. It's just been quite hard to get everything in this week that needed to be brought in. We've had lots of Crimson Desert news. We've had a few deaths, and even tonight we have something that's quite sad, another death that we have to report on of an iconic actor, and a few other things. We got some news coming from the TV and from cinema. All right, first few things. It is the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil, 30 years from 1996 to 2026. It is the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil, thank God. What an achievement in the gaming industry. You guys are nuts. I don't know how you've been doing it for so long. I remember my very first time, PlayStation 2, I think it was, or the PlayStation 1, playing the very first Resident Evil. It was awesome. I wish Arisu was here because we'd sit down and reminisce and talk about that. Also, tonight's news, we've got some news about Marathon, just on how it's been going and things like that. We've also got some news coming out of Nintendo. We also have a bit of news, also Division 3 news. We also have a little heartwarming story about a 91-year-old gamer who has just pushed beyond boundaries, saying that age is not a thing when you game. We're going to talk about that later. We've also got some more Torok news. We also have a nice little story about a solo game developer that we'll talk about as well. A little bit more Crimson Desert news, and also Owlcat. We got some news coming out of Owlcat about the brand new Expanse game that is coming soon. We also have some updates on the new edition from Team 17 and the guys at Hell Let Loose. We're going to talk about that as well. Also, the upcoming Flashpoint update for Arc Raiders. And what else? We have some Ghost Recon news. We also have some news about Daredevil. Daredevil news. All right. We also have some brand new game news from the Sniper Elite developer Rebellion. They're announcing a new game, so we're going to talk about that as well. Also, Code Veronica remake, Stalker 2, Ghost Recon, Star Wars. What else? We've got The Expanse, Wheel of Time, and so much more. So why don't you guys sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice beverage, some snacks, all right, and sit back and enjoy while we punch on to the news on this day, the 28th of March, on this beautiful, glorious Saturday. Are you ready? Let's do it. G'day, everybody. Welcome to Seth Vinree Catastrophic Level Events news. Tonight on the news, first up, we have some Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time is officially returning with a new series and movies after the Prime Video cancellation. Now, Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time stories are getting a brand new life with new movies, TV treatments, and video games that are in the works. Vu Initiate Entertainment's Anthony Borges, and iWatt CEO Rick Selvage and COO Larry Mondragon are working together on this new partnership. The later two executives are producers of the Prime Video series. The goal of the animated projects is to reach younger audiences and expand the global footprint of the Wheel of Time franchise beyond what the live-action show were able to accomplish, according to Vu. In a statement, the Arcane producer explained that he sees tremendous opportunity in these just announced projects as he and the rest of the team move forward with creating fully authentic, integrated, interactive, and automated storytelling experiences. Who's dyslexic? Not me. The Wheel of Time mythology provides so much depth for those creators and producers to lean on as they grow and sustain this multi-platform franchise, he added. He goes on to say, I see tremendous opportunity in expanding the Wheel of Time into fully authentic, integrated, interactive, and automated storytelling experiences. The depth of mythology provides a foundation. Sorry, I've just got a warning on one of my screens. Gifting suspended and live visibility restricted. Why? I've just been snapped. This behavior is not in line with our policies. What are you talking about? What the heck? Reason, reproduce content. Learn from and learn more from live monetization guide. Additionally, this live is restricted in recommendations and search results in this period. The hell are you talking about? Appeal. Bugger off. I don't know what it's talking about. I'm original and live. I don't know what you're talking about. My live does not contain the content mentioned in the notice. Thank you. Submit. Not sure what you're talking about. This is all live, all original, and I'm just reporting news that comes from all over the place. So, whatever you reckon. Salvage praised View with the ability to scale narrative worlds into world global franchises and claimed that Vu is the perfect person to expand the Wheel of Time IP in ways never seen before. The upcoming animated films and series are meant to be separate entities from other original projects and have already been announced, such as the White Tower 3D prequel film and the live-action Age of Legends trilogy, assuming they get these made. Now, the best-selling author, Robert Jordan, published the first two Wheel of Time books, The Eye of the World and The Great Hunt in 1990, with 9 more novels and the prequel released in 91 and 2005. Jordan unfortunately passed away in 2007 while writing the 12th installment, The Gathering Storm. Sorry, Jordan. You will be missed, mate. They were great stories. Mistborn author Brandon Sanderson was hired by Jordan's widow to finish the rest of the Wheel of Time series based on existing manuscripts and notes. After The Gathering Storm, Sanderson then wrote the final 2 books, Towers of Midnight and A Memory of Light, which were released in 2010 and 2013, respectively. So if you guys are interested in the Wheel of Time, get in and just keep an eye out for these new animates and movies that are coming out. Okay, this article was done by Jeff Dodge. Thanks, Jeff. Congratulations to everyone from the Wheel of Time, the producers and everything, that you guys got it back on, because I love the show. I think it's great. I thought it was brilliant. It was awesome. I really dug it, and I can't wait to see more. If you want to read more about this, jump on over to catastrophiclevelevents.com, jump on our thing on Facebook, and check out the article for yourself and have a little dive, a little bit of sneakies. Okay. What we got next? Now, we have some news coming out of Owlcat. Now, if you guys don't know who Owlcat is, Owlcat are the producers of the new game of The Expanse, Osiris Reborn. All right. Now, if you even dabble in science fiction, you've likely have heard of The Expanse. Now, it was a TV show that was on, I think it was on Netflix. I think it was all over the place. It was great. Went for 6 seasons. And the book series turned into the TV show. It's a futuristic thriller that has landed a place among sci-fi greats because it's amazing, all right? Naturally, that means if an IP ripe for the video game treatment, in fact, storytelling game devs Telltale crafted The Expanse series just a few years ago. Now, fans are looking forward to the developer Alcat Games' upcoming action RPG take on the series The Expanse Osiris Reborn. Now, I'm fairly certain that this is not going to be on Steam because I went to the Alcat website, and as far as I'm aware, that's the only place you can get the game. So it's kind of like Escape from Tarkov and Star Citizen. You actually have to go to that website to get the game, all right? So go to alcat.com, wherever it is, and check it out, all right? And we just got the release window along with a brand new game trailer. Alcat has announced that the upcoming sci-fi action RPG with cinematic trailer back in 2025. Since then, fans have heard little from the developer. But during today's Xbox Partners Showcase, which was a couple of days ago, we finally got an in-depth look at what's to come with the new Expanse Osiris Reborn gameplay trailer. Plus, Alcat confirmed that game's release window and an upcoming closed beta will get fans in onto the action early. Now, the Expanse will launch in spring of 2027, but some fans will get to experience the game a lot sooner. Today's new gameplay trailer, which is in here, so you need to come to Catastrophic Level Events Facebook page, find the article, jump on in, and it'll be in there. Okay. Sorry, I lost my bloody track of where I was. Today's new gameplay trailer shows off more cinematics highlighting the game's voice acting and key companions. Sorry, but it also gives us a glimpse into what the combat and gameplay will look like for Osiris Reborn. It features tactical third-person shooter combat that takes inspiration from games like Mass Effect. All right, so I really liked Mass Effect. Mass Effect was really cool. Hey, my appeal got approved. Thank you. We reviewed and approved the appeal. Gifting and visibility alive has been restored. Thank you, TikTok. Love you. Shouldn't have been a problem in the first place because I'm original. I just take news from around the world and give it to people. Okay. And the third-person shooter combat that takes inspiration from the trailer showcases grenades, gunplay, as well as a cover mechanic that will be essential to surviving certain battles. We'll also get a glimpse into the dialogue menu of Osiris Reborn, as you might expect from an Alcat game. Companion relationships are a key part of the upcoming sci-fi title. Players will interact with NPCs, building relationships with 6 different companions and crew members. And you'll take them on each mission to fight alongside you. Now, I think it's probably going to be like a fire team. From what I saw, fire team, 3-person fire team kind of thing. I don't think it's like a party where you have, you and 5 other mates and there's 6 of you there. I think it might be a 3-man fire team kind of thing, but I'm not sure. Because it says you'll take companions each on a mission, so 3-man fire teams alongside you, while the rest stay behind on the ship to help from afar. And your dialogue choices and companions and the NPCs will both short and long-term consequences for the missions and for the fate of the universe itself. So no matter what conversations you are having with your companions, they will have lasting effects, whether positive nor negative. All right, so be very careful the way you move on through your game. Hate someone, you don't want to love someone. You never know. In this initial look, it's exciting to see some more of the Expanse Osiris Reborn. There are good and there is bad. Okay, the game's full launch window has been revealed, and it won't arrive until spring 27, as we said earlier. But the Alcat has also confirmed the upcoming closed beta, which will give some players a chance to experience the game much sooner, as in next month on April the 22nd, to be exact. There you go. April 22nd, she's gonna drop. I'm gonna get you on that. Get that deal, cool. All right. The full release of the Asylum Reborn will still be quite a ways off. However, the closed beta will let players experience some of that. I'm going to break off a piece of that dick. Yeah, all right, we're going to get into it. This will include choosing between a male character from Earth and a female character from the Belt. You'll also get to pick from an officer or hacker class abilities. Then dive into a mission that will showcase combat, movement in 0G, and a slice of life on the space station. All right. Players who pre-order the Miller's Pack or Collector's Edition, which I was thinking about that. It looks really good. I just like the Miller outfit, and you get his fucking big old revolver, doubles, you know. It looks good. I don't know. Might do it, who knows? You'll be able to participate in the close beta when it launches on April 22nd. It'll also be available on PC, PS5, Series X and X, giving gamers on all launch platforms a chance to check out the game early. Alcat is hoping that the feedback from the closed beta will help shape the game's future, something that has been valuable to the team in prior games. And I also hope that they stop calling the Xbox a Series QX42374 fucking 8 or whatever you want. Just call it an Xbox. Can we just go back to normal, please? An Xbox? Please? Oh my God. Be nice. Just call it an Xbox. Or call it something else. Why Xbox? Just call it something else. I don't care. Just stop going, oh, Series X1, X14, XSX. Like, fuck off. Sorry, it just annoys me. It really does. Next in the news. We got some Star Wars news. Who wants some Star Wars news? Who wants it? You're gonna get it. I'm gonna give it to you. As soon as it loads. Here we go. Star Wars Starfighter. The Star Wars Starfighter director reveals Stranger Things influence. This article is done by Matthew Rudoy. Rudy? We'll just call him Rudy. What up, Rudy? What up, Rudy? Okay. This was published a little while back in January, but that's okay. We try to stay as neat as we can up in here. All right. The Star Wars Starfighter director Sean Levy reveals how the upcoming movie will follow in the footsteps of Stranger Things. Levy was an executive producer and frequent director of the hit Netflix series and has a cameo as a morgue attendant in season 1. In an interview with Hollywood Reporter, Levy explains that he wants Starfighter to feel epic and intimate in the way that Stranger Things does. He also discussed how Stranger Things taught him not to be overwhelmed by franchise expectations and to instead remain focused in telling character-driven and thematical rich stories. Check out Levy's full comments below. Here we go. If I've learned anything on Stranger Things, it's that you can get intimidated by the scale of franchise expectations, but you will lose your way if that is your focus. I've learned that I need to stay rooted in character and themes and relationships on screen. Yes, there is spectacle and scale, just like Stranger Things, and of course, Star Wars and Starfighter has spectacle and scale and adventure at a level I've never done in my whole career. But like Stranger Things, it's also very much anchored in a human scale character size story. I think that I can balance the epic and the intimate way that the Duffies with the Stranger Things. I'll make a movie and an original and new Star Wars adventure that can be really satisfying to fans and audiences. I hope so, dude. I hope so. If there's anything we as Star Wars hardcore fans hate, is when you take something we like, you turn it into something else, and it comes out like dog shit. Right? Like The Acolyte. Sorry, that was fucking trash. Total garbage. I watched it. I liked it. I'm going to tell you right now. I liked it. All right. But it was trash. All right. I liked it, but it was trash. Compared to everything else that's been done out there, it was trash. Okay. It was just the monologues were just unthought out. It dragged its feet. You killed the one fucking person I wanted to really fucking watch that for. All right. And that was Carrie Ann Moss at the beginning. You fucking just killed her. Like, like, talk about a fucking mistake. Okay. Right? Don't fucking do that again. Now, that being said, criticism of Stranger Things, particularly in season 5, was that as the show's scale expanded, some of the intimate character moments and relationships were arguably overshadowed and lost. Levy is promising a Star Wars movie that balances the characters alongside large-scale adventure. Great. I hope you achieve that. Because there's one thing we really like. My wife is madly, I wouldn't say in love, but just madly intrigued by Anakin Skywalker. Not only the fact that he was a Jedi, then he was a Sith, and then he come back to Jedi, like just that tragic story. Like she really loves the entire arc of that character, which is amazing. For me, it's Luke. I liked Luke Skywalker. He was a nobody living on a desert planet. Nothing happened. Oh, I'm just fixing a moisture evaporator and I'll go drive my T18 later, like what? And then all of a sudden, his whole family was wiped out. He was drawn into a war he knew nothing about, and then became the savior of the entire fucking galaxy. Like, holy shit. That's awesome. All right. That was just a great arc. Hopefully, let's follow something similar to that, because that's just great storytelling. It really is. Even though Starfighter will not be released in theaters until May 28, 2027, Levy confirmed on his Instagram in last December, that the movie had wrapped filming. Starfighter's cast will feature Ryan Gosling, Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, Jamal Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams. Ah, Amy Adams. Love you, Amy Adams. You're awesome. Plot details remain under wraps, but Gray's young character is confirmed to be playing a central role. This is another potential parallel to Stranger Things, with the story balancing the child and the adult characters in their various adventures, which will help appeal to a wider range of audiences. Okay, that sounds awesome. Now, in terms of where Starfighter takes place in the Star Wars timeline, it is set 5 years after the rise of Skywalker. So it's literally a continuation. Despite the chronological proximity to the sequel trilogy, Levy has emphasized that this film is a standalone story focused on new characters, although there has been speculation that it could connect to others in development projects. Star Wars Starfighter will not be the franchise's first movie since The Rise of Skywalker 2019. The Mandalorian and Grogu comes to theaters first on May 22nd in 2026. Stranger Things did a limited release of the finale in cinemas, but the Netflix franchise is sticking with television for its upcoming spin-offs, while the Mandalorian story has pivoted to film. Yay! So keep an eye out on that if you guys are interested in some Star Wars. There it is. It is coming out, as Levy has said. Moving on. Now, oh, sorry. Got a fucking hair in my tongue. That's gross. Why is it once hair leaves your body and enters another orifice, it becomes disgusting? On you all the time. And it doesn't bother you until you touch it or goes in your gob. Gross. Now, let's have a look at Tom Clancy. All right. We got a lot of news coming out for Tom Clancy and Ubisoft. Ubisoft has done a lot of hiring, a lot of firing, more firing than hiring, because they seem to be thinning things out, but they seem to be going in a really good direction when it's coming to their Ghost Recons, all right? Now, we've got a little bit of news here just on the Ghost Recon side of things. Let me just bring it up. Ghost Recon, the next game, planned as a first-person shooter instead of Wildlands, where it was third, and Breakpoint as a third person. But it reportedly looks like it might be in jeopardy already. Ubisoft has gone through significant changes in recent times, but they finally seem to be back on track in making new quality games. Unfortunately, their troubled days are far from over, as their upcoming titles also seem to be in jeopardy. One notable title at risk at Ubisoft is the Ghost Recon OVR, which is said to take the series back to its roots with the first-person gameplay, featuring both single-player and multiplayer elements. Why does this matter? Well, Ubisoft has tons of potential, having some of the great video game IPs under its belt. However, these consistent roadblocks are preventing the publisher for reclaiming its former glory. Oh no, alright. Now, this article is by Shazia Zahid, and they go on to say, as per the Gaming Insider's latest report, delving into the current uncertain situation at Ubisoft, the publisher's plans to release 2 games in the upcoming fiscal year are the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake and the Ghost Recon OVR. Alright, would that be VR? I don't know, that sounds like VR. Sounds like they're doing a VR. That would be kind of cool. I'd do that. Especially for Ghost Recon OVR, the first-person game is being eyed as a major release internally, one that's marked as critical to Ubisoft's success. Unfortunately, it is facing a major setback. Now, Ubisoft recently laid off 105 employees at Redstone. I reported about that about a week or so ago. The studio that has supported development for several titles, including the Ghost Recon. Now, this decision came as part of cost-cutting measures, and unfortunately, following that, development of the Ghost Recon OVR has been scaled down. Now, while with all the Redstorm team no longer working on Ghost Recon OVR, it is expected that the title will be delayed or further descoped. Nevertheless, the final result still won't be that what the publisher originally planned. Even with the Tencent subsidiary, Ubisoft is aiming to cut £200 million over the next couple of years, which is necessary considering they're working on AAA games and nothing really generating revenue for them at the moment. Somehow, Red Storm's layoffs will affect more titles, including the Watch Dogs Legion Director's Cut, which will be a version 2.0 for the game. Despite this, it will be exciting to see that the Ghost Recon series has it in line for fans, considering fans have waited for it to go back to its roots for more than a decade now. We certainly have. Ubisoft, you guys are in so much trouble. I don't understand what you're doing. I seriously think they need to go back to their roots, man. They really do. I mean, or even bring out another Wildlands game. Just, even if you reskin it, all right, do it in a different country and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. We're losing faith in Ubisoft. We really, really are. You guys have got some great titles of, your IPs of all your Assassin's Creed, your Tom Clancy's. All right. Look, I don't know what you're going to do. All right. It just seems really hard right now. I can't even give you guys any advice except for good luck. Hope it goes okay. Now we've got some more news coming up. And it looks like we got some Stalker 2 news. All right. So GSC Game World has formally announced that Stalker 2 Cost of Hope, the first major story expansion for its hit game. Promising dozens of hours worth of content, the DLC will debut across all versions of Stalker 2 in summer 2026. The announcement did not arrive in a vacuum, as Stalker 2 Hearts of Chernobyl had already launched with a season pass back in November 2024. Bundling the promise of all future content, including 2 story expansions with a $109.99 Ultimate Edition. Holy shit. That's fucking too much money for a video game, guys. Holy crap. Although the open world first person RPG hybrid had received several substantial updates since then. GSC kept both of those two-story expansions under wrap until today. Today for them being March 26th. 2 days ago. All right. Now the first major Stalker 2 DLC, Cost of Hope, was officially announced moments ago during the latest Xbox partner preview event. The March 26th showcase featured a dramatic 2-minute trailer combining in-engine game cutscenes with some gameplay glimpses. The video set up a renewed conflict between Stalker 2's Duty and Freedom factions as the catalyst for Cost of Hope's story. Based on the footage shown, the fragile peace between the zone's two largest groups appears to set to collapse over the course of the expansion, sending players into the heart of ensuing chaos. My God, really? Really? That seems crazy. If you guys want to learn more about that, the article is quite extensive. Go on to Catastrophic Level Events Facebook page, click on the article, and check it out. All right, I don't think I've played Stalker. I'm not a real horror game kind of guy. They kind of freak me out. You know, I'm a bit of a wuss, you know, big wussy. But that's okay. Now we've got some news. It looks like we got some Resident Evil news. It's just a short little article. Let's jump onto this one, okay? The long-awaited Veronica Code remake is reportedly almost complete after nearly 4 years of development. Fans of the survival horror genre can finally get ready to return to a dark, intense world with terrifying enemies and action-packed moments. Code Veronica remake. This isn't actually... This is Resident Evil, isn't it? Or is it something else? I don't know. With upgrade graphics, modern gameplay mechanics, and a fresh cinematic experience, this remake could bring a legendary classic back to life in a whole new way. While officially confirming it's still awaited, the hype is already building among the gaming community. Code Veronica. Yeah, it is Resident Evil. Okay, so I think it was a side thing. I think it was a sidecar. Like, it's not a sidecar. Like a spin-off. That's what I was trying to spit out. If you like it, you want a remake, get into it. The remakes. I've got to say this. What is with the remakes? Have you all run out of original stuff to do? You're just recycling the same old shit. And am I going to have to sit here for the next 2 years reporting news on, hey, we've got a new remake. Hey, we've got a new remake. Hey, they're bringing this back. Rah, rah, rah. We love our nostalgia. We do. Okay? We get a kick out of it. But stop trying to put a fucking dollar sign on it all. All right? Stop trying to re-dig and make more money for shit you've already done. If you're going to remake a game, the motherfucker better be half what it cost when you first brought the cunt out. That's as far as I'm concerned, all right? Stop trying to get greedy and make more and more. Just stop it, all right? Frankly, remake games, okay? But make them affordable, okay? Make them I know look, I know technology's difficult. I know it probably costs more. You probably need 10 guys now to do the same job as you only needed 2 guys to do 20 years ago. I get it, okay? I get it. They cost more, all right? You got to pay more, and people want more, and people want higher wages, and the cost of living, and petrol, and we get it, okay? But, all right, we're happy to pay for money for good original games. Good. Original. New. Stop trying to go backwards and rewind the clock and relive your glory days and try to get that, back it off, man. Back, all of yous. Okay? Every single one of yous. Bethesda, Xbox, okay? All PCs, PlayStation, Sony, everybody, back off. Start getting original thoughts in your head. Start getting there and start punching through. If you need inspiration, read a fucking book. All right? Start reading books. Get original ideas for gaming. Stop regurgitating the same shit. We don't mind our nostalgic and our retro games, and we dig it. We really do. But you really need to push forward and do better. Okay? You really, really do. Let's move on. What's next on this? Oh, so we got a lovely little bit of here, something here. Have a look at this. So it looks like okay, this article was done by Michael Cripp. Sniper Elite and Atomfall developer Rebellion has announced Alien Deathstorm, a new game, a first-person shooter with otherworldly weather and deadly creatures. This atmospheric title made its debut during the March 2026 Xbox Partner Preview today, 27th of March, yesterday, the day before. Okay. Along with the sneak peek of the harsh conditions threatening player survival, its reveal trailer comes with the promise to see it launch for Xbox on PC, Cloud, and the Xbox X and S, as well as Game Pass. Now, I'm going to call it the Xbox X and S. I'm just going to remove the series because I can. All right. At the unspecified point in the future, it is also due out on PC via Steam and PlayStation 5. Yay! Rebellion is heading to uncharted extraterrestrial territories with Alien Deathstorm. Is only the studio's latest stab at the first-person adventure. Last year, it released its post-apocalyptic action RPG Atomfall, a game we gave a 10.8 review. This is IGN. At launch, the studio is also responsible for long-time Sniper Elite series and the Zombie Army spin-offs, real-time strategy franchise, Evil Genius, and much more. Okay, so check it out, guys. It looks sick. I'm looking at the... Oh, dude, it gives me, like, yeah, definitely Alien vibes, man. And wall-to-wall, icky, bugs, just... Oh, dude, it looks harrowing. It looks so good. All right. We're going to keep an eye out on Alien Deathstorm. I highly suggest you do the same. Alien Deathstorm by Rebellion. Next, we got a bit of a screen rant. Guess who's back? Yes. It's Coxie Boy. The first reactions to Daredevil Born Again Season 2 arrives. Let's check it out. Let's let this load up. Here we go. Woo, yeah. Carly. Okay, now this is a article by Brennan Klein. Brandon says, Daredevil Born Again Series 2's reactions weigh in if the new episodes have properly resurrected the Marvel series. Doesn't quite make any sense, but that's okay. I'm gonna dog him. The Disney Plus Marvel Cinematic Universe series is a continuation of Netflix's Daredevil, which ran from 2015 through to 2018. The Born Again Season 2, which premieres March 24, is set to feature the return of of several long-running characters, including Daredevil, Charlie Cox, Kingpin, my man Vincent D'Onofrio, and Karen Page. Oh, Deborah Ann. Wow. Oh, I know I could have one game of D&D with you. Oh, I would die happy, man. Opposite, Kristen Ritter reprising her role as Jessica Jones. No way, Kristen's back. What? We love you, Jessica Jones. We love you, Jessica Jones. The embargo has now lifted. The people who have had access to early screeners of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, allowing them to share their spoiler-free thoughts on the new episodes across social media. The majority of them agreed that the season is either consistent with the first or even better. Below, see selected comments about the return of the superhero series. We won't go into those. If you do want to see them, go to Catastrophic Level Events Facebook page, click the article, and you can read it for yourself. All right. They all look pretty cool. It was fun. It was inspired action, compelling, amazing. Oh my God. Josh Walding said, called the season a brutal, relentless tour de force and a Marvel master stroke that allows Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, and the entire cast to shine. Oh, bloody brilliant. I can't wait. I'm going to watch it. While it remains to be seen on how the new season performs with general audiences, the fact that so many early reactions are saying that it's an improvement on the Daredevil Born Again Season 1 is a good sign. The previous season already performed well, earning a certified fresh on the Rotten Tomatoes, a score of 87, and a similarly strong 78% score from audiences. However, there is quite a lot riding on the upcoming Daredevil Season 2, which is already set to be followed by a Season 3. Now, the upcoming season, which is expected to begin filming this year, will see the series break the record as the first live-action MCU series to run for more than 2 seasons on Disney+. Oh, no. Really? That's not a thing, right? Oh, this has been a thing, a contention I've been with for quite a while. Is the DC did so good. DC was so good. Like, look how long Arrow ran for, and the Flash and Supergirl, and like all of the Supermans that have run, like the Smallville, like all DC has had huge small screen success. But Marvel fucking dies in the ass within like 1 or 2 seasons. Like, holy shit. Agents of Shield? Is that it? I think that had multiple seasons. I'm not sure how many. I think it's like the only one. Every other Marvel that has tried to come out has fucking died in the ass within 1 or 2 seasons. So let's hope this kicks off and keeps going. The Devil Reborn Again and Loki are so far the only live-action MCU series to have run for more than 2 seasons. Fucking what? Holy shit. That's not true. Can't be true. Didn't the other Daredevil do all right? What about Jessica Jones? Was it only 1 or 2 seasons? I thought that was at least 3 seasons. Wasn't it? I don't know. And Cage and Iron Fist, I think Iron Fist, yeah, it flopped hard. It flopped pretty hard, to be honest. So the one with the chick, well, Miss Marvel, it only did like 1, didn't it? 1 or 2? That's okay. If Daredevil Born Again continues to increase the general level of audience enthusiasm with each new season, it has the potential to break even more MCU records down the road. I am fucking stoked. All right, 8 episodes, released on March 24th at Disney Plus. Go and check it out, or get it on the box. Box. If you know, you know. Love you guys. Oh, bink. All right, let's check it out. Bim, 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 bim. We have some news. Hang on. We'll skip those 2. We have some news. It is sad news. Oh. It's so used. We have lost. Now, a lot of people probably don't know this guy, but I do. I grew up with him, all right? He was funny as hell. He just had so many good one-liners, and he was just good. All right, he was just good. All right, and he was in Top Gun. He did Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren, and also with the amazing Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, in multiple roles in that. And his name is James Tolkien. He has passed, unfortunately, born in 1931 and has now passed in 2026. James Tolkien, known for Back to the Future and Top Gun actor, dies at the age 94. We are so sad to hear of his loss. He was going to make Maverick fly a cargo ship full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Yeah, I love this guy. He's worked with Tom Cruise, Dolph Lundgren, Michael J. Fox, and many others, and he was just iconic for me back in the day. And rest in peace, James. We will miss you heaps. And I'm probably just going to go and find everything that you were actually, and I'm going to go rewatch it. So we've lost another legend as far as I'm concerned. In my world, he was a legend. He was also in like Problem Child 2. I'm looking at some of the comments and stuff that he was in. You know, he was just great. Someone saying here the Reaper grabbing everyone, but you know, but you know who. That's no. You don't want to say that. You can't say that. Yes, as we say, Godspeed, James. Condolences to your family. You lived a big life, man. 94. Woohoo! You almost hit the triple digits, man. Like, you made it further than most, and you did really well. And you will be missed. And but you have been cemented in cinema history forever. You'll never be forgotten. Guarantee it. All right. Let's move on. Now, we have some Arc Raiders information. We don't. Clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. We have some an upcoming Arc Raiders Flashpoint update is set to bring a fresh challenge to players with a brand new Arc threat. Recent teaser footage hints at a flying enemy potentially equipped with a powerful long-range laser, adding a new layer of danger to combat encounters. Some fans have speculated that the new Arc could be a variant of the Rocketeer, following the trend seen with the Firefly, which has a Hornet variant swapping its taser for a flamethrower. Jesus, really? Look, I don't play Arc Raiders, so I wouldn't know. I should actually play it, but I don't want to pay for it. The Flashpoint enemy may act like a mobile aerial turret, forcing players to adapt their strategies. With the update arriving soon, players are excited to see when the new enemy will impact cooperative gameplay and raids. Arc Raiders continues to expand its universe and inventive enemy designs and high-stake challenges. So if you guys want a bit of an extra have a shot, jump into the new Flashpoint update on Arc. Nice. Now here's the news I've been waiting for. I have been waiting. I just wanna. It is the Vietnam War comes to hell let loose in massive 50v50 warfare. I can't wait. Oh, can you imagine the Friday Fight Nights? Oh, we're going to be in the jungles of Vietnam driving U-boats and little Hueys and oh shit, it's just going to be nuts. I can't wait. Vietnam, get to dig holes and build traps, and we're going to be like GI, like, oh, GI, you fall down, you die. Why don't you go home? Sorry, I probably shouldn't even speak like that. That's probably extremely offensive. I apologize to any of my Vietnam friends out there. It was a war. It's probably one of the one and only horrible wars that occurred back in the 1960s and the early 1970s. 1969, I think, was the peak of the war, and it's one of the ungraceful wars lost by the US. The Vietnam people stood up against an overwhelming force, and a lot of people don't know this, that the story of Star Wars was actually built on top of the real world events of the Vietnam War, the Empire being the American war machine and the rebellion being the rebel guerrilla fighters of the Viet Cong on the ground in their war, trying to fight against an empire so superiorly more advanced than them, but them actually kicking their ass. All right, this is going to be a great game. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I mean, was a huge fan, and I threw so many hours into Bad Company 2, the Vietnam update. Poco and I, we used to drop bodies there, and it was just heaps cool, man. So this is just an update on its up and coming. The 50v50 warfare drops you straight into the chaos that was the Vietnam War. This isn't a run and gun shooter by no means. It will work. Trust me, you play Hell Let Loose now, running towards the gunfire is the easiest way to get killed, and that's all that'll happen. You'll just continue to die. You need to make it. This is a war where every decision will matter. What makes this intense will be the massive 50v50 battles, hardcore base team tactics, and communication will be everything. You will have a commander. That commander talks to squad leaders. Those squad leaders need to relay that information to their squad members, and the squad members need to actually get information from their squad leaders and give out real-time information on the battlefield, so then everything can be coordinated all the way from the commander to the squad leaders to the squad members themselves. All right. Now, you will play as US forces with air support, or you will fight as the North Vietnamese using guerrilla warfare tactics and tunneling. Okay. The battlefields will feel alive with dynamic environments with rain, winds, lightning, rivers, rice fields, dense jungles, hidden paths, and a dynamic terrain that will shape every fight. Now, you'll probably also be able to even, I think they're going to be able to dig in this as well, which is going to be cool. And I always thought that what's that one that's World War One over the top game where you can dig trenches and build things, like we so need that. We so need that. Like that, it was just sick. I love that game. If that could get thrown in here as well, that'd just be fucking mind-blowingly cool. Because that's what the US did when they got to Vietnam. The choppers would land, it was an open field, and then they drop supplies and the guys would get shovels and they dig this entire open thing. They'd put pillboxes, sandbags, little patrol booths, bivouacs everywhere. They'd set everything up so it was ready rock and roll, and then they'd send out platoons and that to go out and do raids. So I'm kind of hoping we get to do that similarly, not like, that way. I would love it if we had a game like Hell Let Loose, but in sort of like a gray zone area. Like it's the jungle. You got the enemy on one side, you're on the other, and you get to redo everything. And then I don't know. Like it just, to me, this is going to be great. Whatever they make, I think it's going to be awesome, because Hell Let Loose is great, and this is going to be even better. They're going to have new raw sound designs that's going to put you right in the battlefield, authentic weapons, and immersive combat. So there's going to be the AK-47s, because Russia was helping them supply their arms. There's going to be the M16. That's going to be a classic. That's going to be off its head. All right. It's going to be the thumper. Going to be sick, dude. Absolutely thick. The thumper's going to be in there. There's going to be the SORAM 249 they came out. It's going to just thump. The JPK, all of those sick weapons that really started, after World War II, we started to get some really good weapons. That the amount of weapons that were coming into the war just then were just skits. I know we got some crazy weapons now in modern combat, but back then they were great, but they weren't amazing, but they were really cool. And it's just going to be great. It's going to be sick. It's inspired by games like the Hell Let Loose, by pushing tactical warfare even further. This game is not about kill counts. It will not be about kill counts. It will be about strategy, survival, and winning the war. Okay? That is what the game is about. You want to go and do a kill count? Piss off the COD. Piss off. Go to Warzone. Go to PUBG. Go to Fortnite. Go there and get your kill counts and get all thirsty and slop about, skidding and sliding everywhere. You want true combat? True tactical combat? This is where you're going to get it. And this will test everybody. And those that play it and can't, out you go, all right? Out you go. Would you survive a hardcore war simulator this? Yes, I would, because this is my shit. This is where I live. This is where I'm at. All right, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually played for a Oceanic team playing that, and it was a great experience. Played many battles. It was awesome. It was so cool. I was nowhere near, I'm going to say I was nowhere near as good as the guys I was playing with. These guys had, I mean, shit, like 3, 4, 5,000 hours on that. The guys from the 3 Para are just beasts. I was nothing. I had 1,000 hours. I'm still only level 170 or something like that. I am nothing compared to the guys I played with. And if this drops and they all come back and really hook in, it's gonna be fucking crazy. It's gonna be real good. And I can't wait. I'm so super excited for it. Now, look, there's some Owlcat news again. I think we looked over Owlcat. There's something about it at the moment. There's a lot of talk about generative AI being used in the new Expanse game, Osiris Rising. They're saying that they're using it to build it, but once everything has been finalized, they're going to replace it with a 100% human-made gear, which is great. We hope to do that. Don't do the mistake that Expedition 33 did, because if you win an award, might just get taken from you, all right? Might just get taken back. Now, it looks like Crimson Desert is also going to get a DLC. Pearl Abyss has revealed it's considering a future DLC with multiplayer features for the Crimson Desert, depending on how strong the demand is. Now, with 3 million copies sold in just 5 days, shit, that demand is already looking very strong. The team behind Black Desert Online originally designed Crimson Desert as an MMO, meaning multiplayer features would be well within their expertise. Now, it was supposed to be an MMO, and it was popped out as an MMO. When I first looked at it, it was told an MMO, but it looks like they didn't go that way, but it looks like they might. You never know. That would be cool if they could drop it like that. Yeah, it would be good. It would be good. Someone says here it needs to controls sorted first. Okay, Roy. Learn how to type better first before you comment. Yeah. Look, I'm keen. I don't play it. I will, maybe. Let's fucking, I don't know. All right, let's have a look at this. We have a great little article here. A solo developer, Cake Z, spent roughly 4 years working on Tangy TD, which released on Steam earlier this month. While checking sales live on stream, he found it had generated around 245,000 in its first week. He became emotional and broke down in tears, saying, "I feel like I really don't deserve this." As he celebrated the moment with his wife, the game now sits at a 92% positive rating on Steam with more than 1,000 reviews. Congratulations, KZ. That's what it's all about. Solo developers getting out there, having a shot, and doing right, and just doing it right. All right. Congratulations, brother. I hope it all works out for you, and I hope you make another $250,000. Ha ha ha. Ah, feel good stories. Me likes them. Me likes them. I really do. All right. Now, we reported something, I think, earlier this week, that the Turok franchise is making a highly anticipated comeback with a full reboot, bringing modern gameplay and visual upgrades. Known for its intense action, unique weapons, and its dangerous prehistoric world, Turok defined a generation of gamers and now returns for a new era. Fans can expect redefined combat mechanics, immersive environments, expanding storytelling, and deeper world building. Apostrophe. While retaining the classic Turok identity. Full stop. Modern graphics and smoother gameplay aim to alleviate the experience for both players, for both returning players and newcomers. The big challenge for the reboot will be balancing nostalgia with innovation. If executed well, Turok will become one of the most exciting comebacks in gaming history, appealing to lifetime fans and a new generation alike. I'm keen for it. I will do it. I will absolutely more than likely play that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Turok. Look here, keep an eye on it. We're going to keep you up to date on Turok. We really will. Now another heartfelt story. We're going to tug on some strings. A 91-year-old gamer has just beaten Resident Evil Requiem with no guides. Okay. This is the kind of story that hits different. His name is Yang Bing Ling. Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm terrible. Doesn't matter if it's English or not English. I can't say people's names. He tracked puzzles, maps, and clues by hand in a notebook. Solved everything the old school way. No internet, no walkthroughs. Now, why is this special? Well, in the world we live in with instant guides, this is real patience and problem solving. A reminder that gaming has no age limit. Now, he did no shortcuts. He didn't rush it. He just focused, had the skill, and the love for the game, which I think is so cool. Okay? This isn't just impressive. It's what gaming is truly about. Could you beat the game without any guides today? Yeah, probably some. Who knows? But doing it at 91 years old is truly humbling and spectacular. And congratulations, Yang. We love you for that. All right. Keep it up, dude. We hope you can get even more digits on that age scroll and keep gaming hard, bro. Absolutely. Now, I said I had some Nintendo news, so let's pump into that. All right. Report. This was a report. Nintendo is slashing Switch 2 production by a third after poor US sales. According to a report from Bloomberg, Nintendo is dramatically lowering its production plans for the Switch 2 after weak United States sales. The paper says that sales of the console over the holiday season fell short of expectations, and as a result, Nintendo is slashing the number of Switch 2s it plans to build this quarter by a third, from 6 million to 4 million. That's a big hit, guys. Predicting markets at the moment is closer to soothsaying than informed speculation. The Nintendo's hopes were clearly buoyed by the extraordinary success during the Switch's 2 launch. Now, the console sold an eye-watering 3.5 million units in its first 4 days on sale, then hit 10 million over the following 4 months, making it the most popular console launch of all time. But then, right ahead of the holiday season, console sales flatlined across the board. Having previously sold out at the original Switch, beat for beat, the Switch 2 suddenly lagged far behind across its first Christmas, a full 35% lower in the United States. While there's no clear explanation, that's thought likely to be a combination of a tough economy, significantly higher prices of the console thanks to said economy and Trump's tariffs, and the lack of big new games to push Switch 2s out the door. Without a new Zelda, no mainline Pokemon, and the continued bizarre absence of a major Mario title for the device, there's a sense that the Switch 2 is just a bit less essential, and I totally agree. Now, I really wanted to Switch because I like gaming, and I don't get to play Nintendo games because I don't have a fucking Nintendo, and I really like Nintendo. All right, but look, that's just some sad news. Okay, obviously they did well initially, and it's going down. So, hey, do you like Switch 2s or not? Let us know in the comments. All right, did you buy one? Do you own one? Did you get one? Are ya? Let's find out why. You just might be the reason. You just might be the reason. All right, now we got a little bit of news here from Marathon. All right. The Marathon review is a bold, brutal, and neon-soaked extraction shooter. All right. Bungie's Marathon reboot is brutal, beautiful, and surprisingly deep. Okay. Now, the name... the Marathon name actually goes back much further than the new release. The original games launched in the mid-1990s as a traditional single-player sci-fi shooters that leaned heavily into storytelling and world-building. And the 2026 reboot brings back a lot of that, but in a singularly slightly different way. Instead of a story-driven campaign, Bungie has reimagined the series as a multiplayer extraction shooter. So pretty much you saw what everyone else was doing and you thought, oh, I'm going to jump on the gravy train and see how I go there. Now everyone loves variety. I mean, I have, 40 pants of underwear that I all try on every now and then. Some are briefs, some aren't, rah, rah, rah. Everyone likes a little bit of flavor, but it's still underwear. Okay? Probably something you shouldn't show to everybody. Now, as far as I'm concerned, here the game takes place on Tau Ceti 4, a colony once home to a large human population before it went silent. The planet is abandoned, filled with valuable technology, scattered infrastructure, and unanswered questions. Players take on the role of runners, cybernetic mercenaries, sent to uncover resources. You drop into dangerous zones, complete contracts, gather loot, and attempt to extract before other squads or hostile forces eliminate you. Gee, I've never played a game that's like that before. As skeptical as I was beforehand, I'm now more than ready to return to Tau Ceti 5. They were the exact words as I concluded my final marathon preview before its release on March 5, and having played for several hours since launch, I've only been reminded as to why I have been so keen to jump back in. This is from the guy's perspective that wrote the article. If you're wondering who that was, his name is Chris Davison. Thanks, Chris. He was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to familiarize himself with the game's menus during the Service Lamp test, but to anyone jumping in fresh, the multiplayer options, icons, categories, and user interface systems can soon make it a daunting first impression. On console, navigation is further complexity added by the cursor-based team and management system. I think this guy's just going to bang on, and it's actually quite an extensive thing. I haven't got time to go through that. If you want to look at this review and you want to see everything about it that's happening, jump on Catastrophic Level Events. All right? Do it. Find the article, click on it, and have a look at this review by Chris Davison. Okay? You're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right? You're going to love it. Yeah. I got an 8 out of 10. There you go. 8 out of 10. Even Bert Peanut's playing it. You know? Everyone's cracking it. And that is the news for today. We're going to round it off with another congratulations on Resident Evil's 30-year anniversary from 1996 to 2026 on PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and 5. Congratulations! You guys have just been absolutely stoked. 3 decades of zombies, viruses, and unforgettable moments. The birth of survival horror was in 1996. You've had iconic locations like Raccoon City, the Spencer Mansion, legendary enemies from zombies and tyrants and beyond. A mix of action, horror, puzzles, and storytelling that has defined a generation. Whether you started on PS1 or jumped on the remakes, this series has hit everyone differently. What was your most unforgettable Resident Evil moment? Congratulations, you guys. 30 years of terrifying gamers. I hope you guys have had a great 30 years. I'm pretty sure I was just a child when that came out, so that makes me feel real fucking old. But there you go. Now, excellent. That's the news. Let's chomp it out. Finish the news. Let's do it. Oh, hang on. Oh, bam. There's the news. Bye, news. Ha. All right. Now that we've sat here for an hour, 15 minutes, and 40 seconds, someone needs a wee break. We're going to have a break. We'll see you guys back here real soon. I'm Seth. We're Catastrophic Level Events, and we'll be right back. See you soon. G'day everybody, what's going on? Oh, you can see my door outside. How's that? What's going on? Should I shut my door? A little dog. Say hi. Alright everyone. Thank you so much. Sorry I did have a little break, but things have happened here. Things I will probably let you know about in a while until we get some more information. But for now, we are going to end the stream for tonight. Something has happened in the family, and we need to go and deal with that. So thank you so much for tonight. You guys have been wonderful all week. We'll try and do more gaming next week. Okay, we'll try and see what we can do, get some more gaming into us and stuff like that. I'm still trying to get in touch with a few people so we can game together and do some things and stuff like that, which is going to be cool. I just want to say thank you to all of my, let me put my glasses on. I just want to say thank you to all of my people that dropped in to the stream, which would have been Vicky, Big Nutty, Paula, Charlotte, Claudine, Christine. Hi, Christine. Love you, sissy. Jinxie, Waldo, The Man, Hat, Lana, Jack, Philby, Trinity, Hunter, Davo, Annie, Maddie, Dennis, everybody that just jumped in. Love a good call out. Any of my lurkers sitting out there in the Twitch stream, thank you so much for watching. Just thank you for hanging out with me and chilling and stuff like that. And we're gonna keep doing this every 6 p.m. Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday forever. Thank you so much, and I just want to thank you all for helping me get to affiliate so quickly. Thank you for supporting me and backing me up. I know I should be doing some more gameplay. I'm sorry if I'm not, but I will. All right, but we're just going to get better and bigger and stronger from here on in, okay? With your support, with support from our entire team here, Vegemite Girl, Ghosty, Arisu, every one of you guys. We love you all heaps. I am Seth Vinree. We are Catastrophic Level Events. Be excellent to each other, and we'll see you soon. Love you all. Bye.